Welcome back to the series. So today we're going to take care of the exhaust. For most people, I recommend just take your car to a muffler shop and have them weld the exhaust for you. But if you are dead set on DIY, then keep watching because I'm going to weld the exhaust myself and show you how I get it done. My exhaust manifold came with 2 flanges, 2 gaskets, and 4 bolts. So the flanges, what we're going to do is we're going to bolt them up to the manifold, and we're going to weld our exhaust from the flange.
So, passenger side, we're pretty close. The exhaust almost reaches the flange. It just needs to be extended and cut back a little, modified. It's because it reaches a little bit far, but it's pretty close. There's the passenger side again from another angle. Now the driver's side, it's not too far either, but I still have the rover flange on there, so I might have to cut that off before I start welding my new exhaust section. So I cut the flange off and I bolted the new flange to the exhaust manifold there. So now I got a weld between those two. To make that connection, I'm going to try to use a few pieces of 2.5-inch exhaust that I just have on hand. No curves, just straights. And that's not going to work because the Rover's exhaust is actually 2 inches, not 2.5. So I came back from the auto parts store with some 2-inch pipe and 2.5 to 2-inch adapters because the exhaust manifold flange is 2.5. I'm working on the driver's side first, and I need to depart from the flange at an angle to clear the frame rail. So I cut a wedge out of it with my angle grinder and smoothed it out with a flap wheel. And let's see if this is enough of an angle. I needed a little bit more aggressive of an angle. So I created a much more aggressive angle. So not only would I clear the frame rail, but I'm pointing directly at the white pipe. Like that, see? So, and I can rotate it if I want to aim it right at the pipe. It's pretty hard for me to weld under the car without a lift because my head doesn't fit there with the hood on. But while I was under the car, I made some marks with a Sharpie, and now I just have to line up the marks, and that's where I want my part to be. And so I can tack it and weld it outside of the car. There you go. I'm not expecting miracles with my flux welder, but I got it tacked on. So there's our progress so far. Now I have to go from one to the other. Now I wonder if I could get to it by just making a diagonal cut on the pipe. Kind of visually estimated my cut needs to be like this. I made it a little bit longer and just going to take that piece under the car and just see where I'm at and go from there. So this is where I'm at right now with my pieces. It's a little bit long because, you know, that wants to go up. But if I wedge it in, I can kind of see the shape that I need to go for. I need to correct that cut a little bit. Okay, now this is looking like something. So pivoting off the joint there, because it's a slip joint, I can sort of pivot on it if I want to and just kind of work with that. And then my cut here is looking really good. So now I'm just gonna tack all this in place for now. And there you go, it's tacked. I don't think this exhaust is gonna win any awards, but it's gonna get the job done for sure. So I'm gonna leave this all tacked up here, and now I'm gonna work on the passenger side. That way I only have to pull this white pipe down once, do the final welding, and put it back, and we're done. Okay, passenger side is not going to be as easy because first of all, we're not lined up. We're too far. So I'm going to have to make 2 cuts on this pipe and just shorten this section down so that we're more lined up. So I'm going to have to cut basically right before the oxygen sensor bung. Make a clean cut with my Sawzall, boom, and then shorten this part of it, and then try to connect the two. So I've cut up that section of pipe, and I'm gonna cut off, well, I'm gonna start with about this much and see how that goes. So I had to cut significantly more, but my hope is that the pipe is gonna go whoop like this and into the flange. So as I'm holding the pipes like this, I think what needs to happen is I need to come off of the manifold with a bit of an angle. So I'm gonna put an angle onto that reducer piece. So I don't want the catalytic converter resting on the cross member, so I put a piece of plywood under it, and I'm gonna measure and weld my exhaust with that in place. I'm getting pretty close now. I think I just need that to come up, so I'm just gonna shorten this over here by about an inch. Well, I liked it enough that I tacked it together. It's a huge pain working under the car, so now I'm going to take this entire Y pipe out of here and do the final welding outside. I got it out. Here's what it looks like. Ready for final welding. I had to take the front cross member out for this, and taking out the rear cross member would have made it even easier. As I'm getting ready to do my final welding, I'm going to brush everything, make sure it's as clean as possible. And there's my fully welded exhaust. And that's, I think, as good as I'm gonna get with my flux welder and the skills that I have. One of my exhaust studs broke when removing, so I'm gonna have to hammer that out, probably with an air chisel to get it out of there. Those welds are steel, they're not stainless, so to keep them from rusting immediately, I'm gonna put some very high temperature paint on the welds. All right, I'm all done. So replaced that stud. I even put the bung plugs there. So that's it. I'm gonna put this exhaust in the vehicle now and start it and see how it sounds. Don't forget your exhaust gaskets. There it is. Installed. And it fits. Yeah. This thing was loud as hell before. Let's see how it sounds now. Well, it sounds normal now. It sounds like a stock vehicle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Would I recommend you do this if you're like me, working on the ground and you don't have super good welding skills and you haven't done exhaust before? I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. I wish I had taken it to an exhaust shop and got this done quicker with a lot less trouble. Crawling under the vehicle, breaking studs and stuff like that, and welding it, grinding it, breathing fumes, breathing grinding dust. And honestly, it's such a small modification that the exhaust shop will do it really quickly for not a lot of money, and it'll probably look better, right? If you want, the exhaust shop could even make a whole new white pipe for you with 2.5-inch pipe matching the outlet of the exhaust manifold. So really consider that. I'm proud that I got everything done myself, of course, but there's definitely a trade-off there.
Well, at this point, I would consider this swap done. It's fully drivable. Everything is the way it should. But this video series isn't entirely done because we're going to have another video where I'm going to show you how to DIY program the PCM using free software and a cheap dongle. So in case you want to do that yourself, I also recommend sending that out to get professionally done. And I'm sure there will be some future videos with corrections or small details, small improvements, or maybe we'll explore what it takes to do electric fans and things like that. So I'm not going to say this video series is finished. I'm going to say thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one.